This piece is called "The American Flag is Not an Object of Worship," and it's by Richard Serra. I chose this piece to talk about out of the fact that I had already gotten married to it through my own artwork at Shine of Light. And then after deciding that this was the work of art that I wanted to get married to, I asked myself the question, well, what is it that makes me interested in this work? And I came up with 3 reasons, and one of them is the feeling of the physical imposition of the work on my body. So it feels like the work is reaching out to me in a way because of its almost oppressive quality. It feels like it's touching me, and that there's something attractive about that to me. And then another was its title, which has like this political force to it, and that wanting to address political topics that feel like they deal with the everyday arena of my life in some potent way. This piece is part of a series of 8 drawings that Richard Serra made in 1989. They were in a show called Weights and Measures at Leo Castelli in September of the year. The 8 drawings all have titles, and they're in a sequence, and the sequence of the titles makes a political statement about censorship. So this one is number 1, and the statement, it goes like this: the American flag is not an object of worship. The New York Times manufactures censorship. The United States dictates censorship. The United States courts are partial to government. The United States government destroys art. The United States government deprives artists of moral rights. Support indecent and uncivil art, ! No mandatory patriotism. And 1989 was in the heart of that era, the era of the previous culture wars, where the National Endowment for the Arts went through all of these problems with public outcry, maybe public outcry, but in any case, scandal after scandal of artworks that were funded by public money being censored. His piece, Tilted Arc, has this really important role in the history of public art, and Tilted Arc really, it's like a prism on the issues that come up around the public's relationship to artwork, and that's really important to me. In thinking about this work for this talk, my own conclusion, I feel like, that I came to is not that it's actually the form of a work, like the way social practice has in its form a relationship with audience, that makes the difference so much as what the audience brings to the work. The fact that I think that ideas change how we use our senses and how we physically perceive the world. Like, I don't think that a thing physically affects us just because. I think that actually our senses are carved by the ideas that we have. Only this question, which is just, how can art and culture relate to people's everyday lives and still make room for the space for uncomfortable and challenging ideas? And that is really important to me. And I feel like, I don't know,